Hello dear doers and welcome to the Accounting Smart class. My name is Abdul Ghani Fawad Hussain. Video in the second section of this, which is about the basic features in. This video we're gonna see together the basic setup to get your accounting. Live there are three things that you is the update of your chart of accounts. Its specificities in their chart of accounts, their own accounts, and so on. So, update it, of course. Next point is about. Update the existing ones and create new. And lastly, you need to make sure that the country's specificity, so the rates, in the chart of accounts are also correct in the taxes. The tax rates are present and of course update the fiscal. In this video we're going to focus together on the chart of accounts first. The two other pillars in the next videos. So let's talk a little bit about best. You're working on a chart of accounts. Update it instead of deleting the whole. Re-importing your clients afterwards because you do you have default configuration in the system and you don't want them to be lost when you delete everything and you import again. So it's really important that you update the system because is the receivable account and the payable account on contact form. So when you create a new contact, you have a receivable and payable account by default if you delete everything, and then in that case, you're going to lose this configuration and you're not going to be able to produce a right. And you can, of course, remake those configurations yourself, but there are a lot of them and not always obvious. So you can definitely kind of forget something and you're going to get error. Messages in the database, so always best to avoid this, all these steps to next point, never delete up to these. So, or rather in order specific terms for the chart of accounts deprecate the account. So of course there are gonna be some accounts in the chart of useful to your client. In that case, you deprecate them. We're going to see the configuration in Odoo. Why? Because of course, again, the full configuration. Be able to well retrieve it afterwards. You need to take advantage of the fact that all those accounts are, and if you need it in the future, you're just going to have to reactivate it, and that's going to be it. So do whatever you like, but always keep one account with the type current year. Earnings, so here it's really important. Energy, you have one account that's undistributed losses and profits, and so that you can compute the U well. So all your income minus your expenses. And make sure if you've made a loss or it's really important that you keep one and you can't have more than one, and you'll see together that remember that it needs to exist. You make sure that you don't archive accounts that are selected in default. Configurations, well, I've already said it. But if you just archive them instead of well, you're technically speaking, you're going to be able to in the system. But when you create a customer invoices, for example, and you've deprecated your receivable account in that case, you're not going to be able to save well, it has no counterparts. You don't have the receivable account for the whole counterpart of the invoice. So always best to make sure that you